Hi, I'm Ray Horner for Horner's Corner, and I'm at the Buchtel Community Learning Center today, and we're going to talk track and field, one of the best programs in the state, anchored by one of the best track coaches in the state, and he's right here in Akron at Buchtel, John Scott. Let's talk about this fabulous program at Buchtel here on Horner's Corner with Akron Public Schools.
Well, it all started, of course, they've had Buchtel track and field since the inception of the school, but the part that I'm familiar with, it began the school year 79-80 when the late coach Bill Heidemann was named the head track and field coach at Buchtel High School, and he asked me to come along and be his assistant. And that was the genesis of it. That year right there started the whole thing off, and he remained the head coach for 14 years until he decided to retire from coaching, and then unfortunately he passed away a year later after he had retired from coaching.
Greatest man that has ever taught me anything that has to do with track. When I was in middle school, I didn't know where I wanted to go to school, but I noticed, he was the coach of Buchtel. So when I was a freshman and he asked me to come run for them, I was like, wow, okay. So I was like, that means something. I was like, I might be good. So when I started running, he said, go to field, try that. So I started doing shot put and discus, and everything that I didn't know anything about that had to do with track, he was there to help me.
I think in order to get kids to buy into what you're selling, so to speak, you need to let them know that you care about them in ways other than just how they do in track and field and their performance. You need to, on a daily basis, you need to ask them, like, how are you doing with your grades? How are things going? You got any problems? Just things like that. You got to stay engaged with them. It can't just be they show up for practice, they do the workout, and then you never interact with them. In fact, I would not enjoy coaching track and field if I didn't have the ability to interact with the kids. It's very good for me too, to be able to do that on a level like that. As many people say, when you work with young people, it keeps your mind young and your spirit young. So I enjoy that.
He's a great coach. He helps out the team in like a lot of ways. Like he actually shows us how to do things. Like, how other coaches just stand there and tell you how to do it. He actually shows you. And he wants us to do good. He wants to do real good.
We have had a lot of success, and that success has been born out of obviously some very good athletes, but some very good athletes who worked very hard to get to where they were. It wasn't that they just showed up at the track and it all happened. There was a lot of work that went into that, and those same young people I'm talking about over the years, I still have contact with a lot of them, and it's just wonderful to see they've grown into fine young men and women with families of their own, and they send me pictures on Facebook of their kids and their family and what's going on. When they do that, then I realize I really am getting old.